Welcome to the Year 8 Strategy for Addition. In this lesson I'm learning to solve addition problems with hundredths by changing one number to the nearest whole number. Let's start with this question here. 4.25 plus 1.08. This strategy is similar to the Year 7 strategy in that we're trying to change one of these numbers to the nearest whole number. Well, 1.08 is the number that's closest to a whole number. The closest whole number is 1. Now to change 1.08 into 1.00 or 1 whole, I've had to take off 8 hundredths. So minus 0.08. So because I've taken 8 hundredths off that pile, I'm going to have to add the 8 hundredths to this pile, plus 0.08. And 4.25 plus 0.08 is 4.33. So now I'm left with this easy question. 4.33 plus 1 whole equals 5.33. Now I know this step over here can be a little tricky, so let's just have a look at what that looks like with some materials. Well, down here I've got my 4.25 and over this side is my 0.08. You can see that 4.25 is made up of 4 holes. Now I didn't have space to draw those in, so you'll just have to imagine those 4 holes. Here are my 2/10ths and here are my 5 hundredths. And you can see that each of these tenths is made up of 10 hundredths. So what we had to do is join these two amounts up, so we're going to move our 8 hundredths over to the 4.25. Let's see what happens when we move 5 tenths across. You can see that by doing that I've now got 3 tenths or 0.3. Now let's move the remaining hundredths across, and that's only 3 hundredths left, so that's 0.03. So in total I've got my 4 holes, I've got my 3 tenths, and I've got my 3 hundredths, which gives me 4.33, which is exactly what we got up here. Let's try another question. This time I've got 2.96 and I want to add 4.37. So just like last time, I look at these numbers and I think to myself, which one of these numbers is close to a whole number? Well, 2.96 is close to a whole number. It's close to 3. Now to change 2.96 into 3, I had to add some hundredths. I had to add 0.04 or 4 hundredths. And I got these 4 hundredths from the 4.37. So this pile is going to get smaller by 4 hundredths. 0.04. And 4.37 minus 0.04 is 4.33. And now I'm just going to add those numbers together. You can see that I've made this question easier to answer because I've created a number over here which has got no hundredths in it and no tenths. All it's got is whole numbers. So 3 plus 4.33 equals 7.33. So let's have a think about the important things to remember in this lesson. Well, we're looking at these numbers and we're trying to find one of these numbers which is close to a whole number. In this example we went up to a whole number, but you could also go down to a whole number. Now because you're moving an amount from one pile to another pile, one pile is going to get bigger, like this side, and the other pile is going to get smaller. And by doing that, you should create a question which looks like this. It gives you a number which has got only whole numbers, no tenths and no hundredths, which makes the last step of adding these two numbers together really easy. You can find the activity sheet that goes with this lesson in the Teacher Tools Addition and Subtraction book from the Whitebook collection.